It started slowly, without warning, like a quiet storm building in the distance. I never thought I'd be the kind of man who had to question his wife's loyalty. Nadia and I had been married for 11 years. We had our ups and downs like everyone, but I believed in the strength of our bond. She was charming, intelligent, and someone I trusted with my life. But in the end, it was that same trust that blinded me. At first, it was little things. Nadia suddenly started dressing differently, more elegant, more mature. She said she wanted to feel more confident, that after turning 35, she needed to find herself again. I admired her efforts, never suspecting that her transformation wasn't for her. It was for someone else. She started going out more, brunches with friends, yoga classes, late-night book club meetings. I didn't question it. I believed a relationship should be built on trust, not suspicion. But I didn't realize that I was being naive. That freedom I gave her became the very space she needed to betray me. It was a text that gave it away. Her phone lit up while she was in the shower. I wasn't trying to snoop. I was just turning off the alarm. But the message on the screen caught my eye. Last night was everything. I still remember how you whisper my name. My heart sank. It wasn't from a friend. It wasn't innocent. The name was saved as Mr. H. I didn't confront her right away. I needed to know more. I started observing closely where she went, what she said, how she behaved. Everything started making sense. Her sudden excitement to leave the house, her distracted expressions when I spoke, her late-night texting. I even followed her one weekend when she said she was attending a seminar. That was the day everything shattered. I watched from across the cafe as she sat with him, a man at least 20 years older than her, graying hair, expensive watch, confident and smooth. They didn't look like they were meeting for the first time. She laughed, touched his hand, leaned in close. I saw her kiss him when they thought no one was watching. I felt like I'd been punched in the stomach. I couldn't breathe. I went home that day without saying anything. I kept everything bottled inside. I couldn't decide whether to confront her or walk away quietly. But the anger grew. I had to know. How long had it been going on? Why him? Why this man who looked like he could be her father? When I finally asked her, she froze. Her face went pale. She tried to deny it at first, saying he was just a friend. But when I mentioned his name and described what I saw, the truth started spilling out. She confessed. They'd met at a business seminar. He was charming, wealthy, and gave her attention she claimed I no longer did. She said she didn't plan for it to go this far, that it started with conversations and turned into emotional comfort. Then one night, it crossed a line. She claimed she felt alive again, something she hadn't felt in years. I asked her, "And what about me? What about our vows?" Her tears couldn't erase the betrayal. I wanted to scream, to break things, but I didn't. I just walked out of the room. I needed space. I stayed with my brother for a few days, trying to figure out what came next. She sent me long messages, voicemails, begging for forgiveness, blaming herself, saying it was a mistake she regretted every second. The most painful part was realizing she had hidden it so well for months. She'd smiled in my face while sneaking around behind my back. She had lied to me, used my trust as a shield. I kept asking myself, how could someone cheat so much and still sleep peacefully beside me each night? Friends and family got involved. Some told me to forgive her, to try counseling. Others told me to walk away, that cheating was a line that should never be crossed. But in the end, only I could decide. I looked at our wedding photos, the memories, the life we built. Then I looked at what she'd done. I eventually told her I needed time, maybe forever. I couldn't just pretend it didn't happen. The scar was too deep. I wasn't sure if I could ever trust her again, even if I wanted to. She had chosen someone else while claiming to love me. That truth would never stop haunting me. Even now, months later, I still wonder if I missed something, if I could have done something differently. But deep down, I know this wasn't my fault. She made a choice. She thought she wouldn't get caught. But the truth has a way of revealing itself, no matter how long it's hidden. She lost more than just a marriage. She lost my respect, my trust, and the future we once dreamed of. As for me, I'm slowly rebuilding, wiser, guarded, but still hopeful that someday someone will value loyalty the way I do.